Hi, all. Welcome. My name is VK, and yes, here we are actually. This is the first video which I intend to actually to keep documenting my journey in the kind of the use of the coding, programming, web development, AI. I mean, let's see how it goes. But what prompted actually the publication of today's video is that with the rise of the AI, we have seen tools like Lovable, Bold.New. Now you have more probably for the people like me who don't know how to code or just start learning how to. As I said, not sure if it's the best way, but nevertheless, it is what it is. It's quite powerful tools. Then you have, on the other hand, you have Windsurf, you have Cursor, and you have other companies, softwares you can use for the development of web applications. Um, and Lovable just recently launched something that they call Lovable.Shipped. And essentially, this is, let's call it a is it right enough to call it a mini accelerator or a mini, let's keep it as a mini accelerator, but it just essentially you would need to submit an idea of your startup and what you have built already, what you haven't built, what you want to build, and they kind of over the period of six weeks they go with you. I suppose they launch a couple of workshops, webinars, help you to, again, it's community driven, and I think that's something quite cool. So over the past, as I said, given that I started the journey of this web AI coding programming over the past couple of months, I've been working predominantly on kind of learning about the React and going through a number of different courses with practical examples. There are a couple of good of them on Udemy, which I really encourage everyone to take. Um, but with Lovable, what I've had some ideas and I've tried them and actually got some really good results. So, and this idea is that I've decided for this reason that I had actually developed a web app that I wanted actually. So why not to give it a go and to release it to the to out the, to this world of to the world of web, and therefore that's how it all started. So the main purpose is that I've always been driven by many things, and I had bus businesses, had ideas. I had consultancy-based businesses. For example, the past 3-4 years now, been working on different financial models in Excel, Google Sheets, which actually brought some decent money. But for some reason, I really decided to go into the web development. I want to create something on my own. Yes, I know the Lovable facilitates and not necessarily maybe help you because it kind of gets that jumps that part of where you develop. But nevertheless, I had this idea that I need to focus more, and I had this idea that I need to actually to lock my time and how can I focus specifically for the period of time. Maybe it's 25, 30, 45 minutes, depending on circumstances, how much time I have, and I get that time locked for that particular project task. And hence, this is why the web app came over, which is called the FocusLock. And the FocusLock, which I will jump shortly right now, is the main is the idea that I've submitted to Lovable.Shipped, and got accepted. So I'm excited about this. I usually quite. I'm actually quite a reserved person, so I'm not. I don't set very high expectations, but it's just when you start this journey and you start to learn you want to start to learn how to code, you want to go with a bit of a no code with AI. I understand this, but ultimately I still want to learn how to code, and just Lovable. It's one of the ways where I think it can help me in overall. So it's really good. It's really good. As I said, I'm not again, I cannot, I'm a realistic person. I'm not saying I'm gonna make thousands, millions from this, but I think it's community driven. I think it's a good start for me as a starting point just to jump on this and actually develop. maybe even create even more, even improve the app FocusLock which I have. So enough of talk. Actually, been talking for 5 minutes right now. Maybe sounds a bit confusing, but nevertheless, let me just show you quickly the essence of the FocusLock, and hopefully, uh, someone if from Lovable have seen a bit of a background what it's actually doing. So I think hopefully it will make sense to you as well. Okay, here we are in the FocusLock, and by the way, this is everything has been built through Lovable. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend I've built this. At the same time, for the full transparency, obviously, like Lovable has different prices, right? So I went with the one that had, I think, 100 prompts, and this was actually enough. So essentially, I've paid about $25, I think. Maybe it's around 20 something pounds because I'm based in London. So, given that, again, to start with, given that I have, so this is kind of the landing page, again, created by Lovable. So, obviously, depending on the prompts that you give to Lovable to make sure it's kind of focuses on conversions and essentially focuses on the characteristics of the product. Um, I think it's something that it probably took me a while if I would, especially when you start from scratch. Now, I'm not saying that I would still love to be able to develop this, and I will still continue learning web development. And let's see if there is a way to move to the mobile development, but that's another story. But actually, everything has been developed through Lovable. So even this bit of an introduction video, so I've recorded and then I've just uploaded the video. Obviously, now there is a connection to the Supabase. There is also everything is linked to the GitHub repository. So, but nevertheless, with everything that has been done, I'll show you the next with $25 or less because I used less than 100 prompts to do that. So I think that was quite an exciting one. So let me jump into what exactly is the FocusLock and how it currently is. But there are obviously a number of different ways that I would like to improve it. And obviously, if someone watches this video, obviously give the comments whether it's something that you would consider using and what else would you use if there is anything that can be done to improve it, because I still want to focus quite a lot on the Lovable.Shipped because, as I said, I'm a reserved person, but I need to take this opportunity, and I think it's going to be fun as well. I hope to learn a lot. So now let's jump into the FocusLock. Okay, so here we are. Once I sign in, just simple because it's connected to the Supabase, it's very easy to sign in. And obviously, right now there are like the basic plan, there is a pro plan, lifetime plan, and blah blah blah. So it's really has been done through the Lovable. So that's something incredible. So the main point is that there are a couple of things which I would like to obviously to still improve, and visualization. It will be done, and I know this. But the way it's going to start is that I want to have a specific focus session which I want to build. So and this for that I have, for example, 25 minutes. I have 45 minutes of deep work, which is called the power focus. Work cycle, which means I work for 45 minutes, 15 minutes break, and then I get back. Or if I want, I can have, maybe I don't have necessarily 25 minutes, maybe it's I don't know, maybe just a half an hour that I have. All I need to do is actually, hopefully, you can see the reason I want to type, but um, it doesn't allow me, for example, to type, or maybe I just need to move it here. So okay, it's 32, so 30. Okay, so for example, 30 minutes, right? So if I want to focus and essentially I want to build this, what I need to do is actually I just need to start my focus session. So and that's it. And by the way, and the idea is that, so when I press the start focus session, we'll ask him what will you work on, and the project, which is, for example, I mean, like I want to, let's say, improve. It's going to be very strange, but it's going to improve FocusLock, something like this, via Lovable shipped. again, sorry if I'm misspelling something. And then the idea is you can create, for example, business consulting studies, but maybe you want to add another category, and you can name actually, and maybe the new category will be uh, Lovable, just a weird one, and I can then select the color. Again, I know I need some improvements there, but maybe Lovable. Let's select this red. Okay, add category, and then there you go. So I've added just the category of Lovable here, and then I'm just going to press start the session, and then there you go. So essentially my session has been locked, and the idea is once the session is completed, there will be, given that it's a WebEx which is connected to the obviously computer, and most of the time if we are in headset, as I'm doing listening right now, at the end of this will be actually giving me the bit of a like a sound signal which my session is about to be completed. So that's the idea. And then obviously, so that's the main idea, right? So you can have different sessions, 25, 45, 45 plus 15 custom sessions, log this. Ultimately, there is a calendar which give you, for example, the schedule. So it's whatever you following the completion. The idea is that it need to give you the main kind of idea what actually has happened throughout this time. So for example, on Monday, June 9th, I know I've completed this project. It's just a testing. And then once the sessions are complete, you're asked, so for example, for your thoughts about what went right, what went wrong, like average score, how do you find it? So there is daily, weekly, and monthly view. So for example, for the monthly view, you can see I don't see exactly what has happened, but I know that something has happened. And if I go to my daily, I can clearly see there was completed project. And then it's part of the study, status complete. There is a session log, which is this is exactly what happens, that after each session, you'll have to complete essentially. It will be a date, task, category, duration, focus. You can categorize, and then distractions. How many did you have? Status complete, and then any notes. You can filter by the categories. You can see there is more like a gamifying in terms of the strikes, personal best, analytics. So you can actually see focus time trend, focus trend, average time spent per category, because I want actually to make sure that I want to see how much time I'm spending either on development of the projects, how much time I'm spending on the, again, because I do have a financial consultancy business, which again, it's something I'm still passionate about, the educational side, which I'm focusing right now only. But I want to know how much time I spend daily, weekly, and monthly. So by the way, monthly doesn't really work well. So let me see if I can actually move this. Oops, you see, there is a bug there. So give me a second, I'll go back. Right, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. So there was a bug on the monthly, and I'm gonna press it right now. I need to fix something to see how does it work there. But then the categories, you can see you can add the categories like this, or you can actually can delete them. So, and then there is an account where you can like, sorry, it's gonna be my email, blah blah blah. But that's kind of a we are where we are with this. And then there is also you can do like you can upload your avatar. You can see the pro plan, the basic plan. You can change the username, member since. So there is a lot of improvements which still we need to do. And as you can see, so for example, now I've kind of refreshed because I went in and out. This session has not been logged in, but essentially this is the app which I really want to push. There is a roadmap which I know I want to do with this. The only reason that I'm saying that, as I said, this is really to, I want to see if that really works for people, if people think that they need their focus and they can help. I know that maybe there are other tools, but nevertheless, this is the idea. This is the idea has been accepted to Lovable.Shipped. I know there are many other great ideas that have been accepted, but nevertheless, I'm kind of really happy and excited to be part of that community and see how much we can push right now with this. Um, so yes, I think this is it for now. Here we are. So FocusLock has been shown. I think there is a couple of things, a number of things which I want to change in terms of the layouts, in terms of, again, a bit of analytics and functionality. I think there is a bit of a bug there. So essentially, this is just a starting point of the journey of the web development. I know that well, obviously, this is an AI built tool, but nevertheless, I'll continue to learn and continue to apply different skills and based on project-based skills because that's so far the best way I learned, and that's how I learned again financial modeling and again using Excel, Google Sheets, and built all the different hundreds of different financial models. But I think right now it's probably the time, but I really want to focus more on the coding, web development, AI, and I think this is where we're going to be heading to. And obviously, being accepted by Lovable.Shipped just increase the level of, okay, I need to speed this up. This is where hopefully the future is, and hopefully this is where we can create something interesting and fun. And by the way, this is, and surprisingly enough, I have another 3 apps in Lovable, which two of them are actually quite good. The only thing, just one is more tailored towards I'd rather call it more like a mobile application ultimately. So I need to think about that. How would I get the code and get to the course or Windsurf and somehow convert it to Swift, maybe? But I mean, or React Native. I mean, look, this is just a lot of ideas happening right now, so I don't want to. I want to actually I need to focus log. Um, and yeah, look, let me know in the comments what you think about the tool. I've published it, by the way. There is just a website and there is a link on the product hunt, which I've published. But any support, any comments would really, really, um, look, I would be super grateful. Nevertheless, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.